welcome back to the channel. I'm Laurence, a spiritual guide and intuitive teacher, along with many other things. But today I just want to talk about a subject that a lot of people have been talking about, which is how to quiet the mind and go back to presence. So here I am this morning with my little coffee, no makeup, and just showing up as authentically as possible. And you know, when our mind is overstimulated, it is very hard for us to tap into our own sense of presence and inner peace. And the thing about the mind is we need to understand the mind's nature is to find solutions. So whenever we are experiencing a period of change, transition, the mind will want to know where we're going with this, what's going to happen, and it's going to search for all sorts of scenarios. And then, but the thing is, whenever we are experiencing change or we are going through a transition, what we need to do is actually quiet the mind, because the information we are seeking for is within us. It's not in our mind, it's not coming from any external sources. The answers are always within. So what I think a lot of people are going through, especially that the world is crumbling right now and there are so many changes and we need to adapt very quickly, because oftentimes it's a question of survival if we don't adapt. And so it can feel very uncomfortable and very ungrounding at times. And I do experience it also, you know, like I've been kind of transitioning from being a social entrepreneur, having my production company and, you know, earning a good living and so on, but transitioning to really embodying the role of a teacher, which has been calling me for many years. I didn't feel yet ready, but now is the time. And it's scaring me to the core, because do I know what I'm doing? Not really. Like, what shape or form is it gonna take? But I'm ready within. I know I have all the knowledge and experience to embody this role, and I'm very like engaged into taking responsibility, because this role is really important that you take responsibility not only for yourself but for the people you are serving. So anyways, I've been experiencing a lot of fears, and I've been kind of like stuck in my mind oftentimes, because I'm trying to like strategize, optimize, like what am I going to do, and with the community and the YouTube and then the retreats, and then there's a lot of things. And so here, if I will share with you what I'm doing to quiet my mind. And the first thing is nature. Okay, the first thing that helps me quiet the mind is literally spending some time in nature. It is to, when I go to nature, I'm surrounded by nature, so it's not hard to find, but for people in the cities it could be harder. But you want to go into a forest and like spend at least a day there, you know, and no phones, you know, airplane mode. You can, especially no music. You want to be in total silence. You want to bathe into the silence of nature and its natural harmony. Because the thing about the environment is you become the environment, so you absorb the environment, and nature is naturally harmonious. And so spending time in nature really helps quiet the mind, but sometimes the mind is running too fast, and we need to take a little breathing to regulate the nervous system as well. So you can do your research and like maybe find the breathing technique that suits you better, because we're all different. Personally, the one I like the most is the heart coherence breathing. So I either do 5-5-5 or 7-7-7, which is inhaling for 5, holding for 5, exhaling for 5. I will soon release meditations to help you soothe and regulate your nervous system, as well as quiet your mind, so you can really bathe into your own sense of presence, and you can cultivate daily an inner sense of peace. So that goes nature, breathing. Those are my two favorite tools to quiet the mind. But also, you know, when you create silence around you, And when you're in nature and you're trying to kind of go inside and really rest and quiet down the mind, I say yes, do a little breathing and focus on your breathing. Put your awareness on everything that is surrounding you, the sounds of the birds, the water streams from the little river, the wind going through the leaves. You want to put your awareness 360 around you and just be present to everything that is. But also focusing on your breathing, right? This really helped me soothe my nervous system. And then whenever we cultivate presence, like in silence, oftentimes that's where your intuition will come loud and clear. It's yearning for you to listen to it. However, the mind, whenever it's running, it's just too loud. It's too loud, it's taking too much space. We can't feel ourselves, we can't feel into our intuition. So that's why it's so important to quiet the mind. And it's also super hard, but the more we do it, the easier it becomes. It's like a daily practice we have to do to really tap out of our mind and really go within and cultivate this sense of inner peace, whether it's 5 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, the full day, that's up to you. But cultivating peace and peace of mind daily is kind of necessary to be able to free ourselves from our mind. And also knowing the mind's working, like how it works, what's its nature, and how does it interfere with our other bodies, whether it's physiological or energetical, is also key, but that's for other videos. So to repeat, just to make sure, the tools to really quiet your mind are, for me, from my own experience, and I'm not like I'm kind of an expert in a way where I've been practicing for 10 plus years, and I kind of master the art of alignment, which is I turn off the mind and I align with my intuition, with the voice of my heart. So the voice of my mind and the voice of my heart, sorry my French, align together, and then I can take some very intentional decision, and I can hear my intuition, but also hear the reason, right? Okay, so nature will help you soothe and regulate your nervous system. So does breathing. Whether you do guided meditations, breath work, whatever it is that works for you, maybe try everything and then you'll find what it is that works for you. And so those are my two principal skills, as well as getting yourself to learn more about how your mind works. And bringing your awareness to really all of the sounds and the feelings of your environment, and tuning into these feelings that you're sensing, tapping into your senses while remaining conscious of your breathing will really help you quiet the mind. And I hope that you can, cultivate this space for yourself, and that you can quiet your mind and hear your intuition and hear your heart's calling and desires, because the only way to go forward into this new world that everybody's talking about is to really following your heart's calling and desires. There are no other ways. And I know it's scary. It is, because it's the unknown. We don't know what's gonna happen. But also know that, the universe was created out of chaos, out of a void, and then all life comes from a void. And so it is. You got this.